Hello, this is Stiv to Slava. This time I'm going to talk about a method for binding orchestral parts. The the music that the instrumentalists use during a performance. In the orchestra library, frequently composers and arrangers and orchestrators will send music through the computer, and it comes out as usually a PDF file. These are, of course, single sheets of paper of 8.5 by 11 size. They have to be enlarged and on the copier, and then taped together to form a book. This small book is like a signature, so I've adopted that word in this video to describe what's being done. We are constructing a signature, and a signature is not your name written out on a piece of paper or at the bottom of a letter. This is a different kind of signature. This consists of 4 pages, which are actually on one sheet of paper. It's how printers and bookbinders put together books. And I have a brief example here I'd like to show. This is a score which is put together, and you can see here on the edge there are little groups of pages which are all folded together. Each one of these little sections like this is called a signature, and when they're all bound together and stitched together, you can see the stitching there. You put all those signatures together, they form a book. And we are basically going to be putting together one signature, and that will be the part that is used for the performance. And this is how the process works. Here are the individual pages. Each sheet of paper is a 10 by 13, and I'm going to take the back page and the front page and tape them together. I'm going to leave a space of about a half an inch, probably a little less than half an inch, but greater than a quarter of an inch. As you can see, the spacing right there. I'm going to tape these together, and in this particular signature it's a total of 28 pages. See, I'm using ordinary white paper tape, very common. Now I'm going to lay down the tape carefully right along those pages there and snip it off at the bottom. And now I have my front and back page. Notice the spacing there. And the tape, that's the sticky side facing you, coming through that gap between the 2 sheets of paper. Now I'm going to go with the next 2 pages, one from the front, one from the back. Again, I'm going to set the spacing to less than half an inch, and I'm going to use now just clear Scotch tape. The tape on the large rolls of clear is heavier weight. You can also get a small roll, but it's not as heavy. There you can see the spacing, and you can see the tape coming almost to the end of the edge of the paper there. Now I'm going to line up my two sheets that I have taped, and remember that the sticky side of the tape is up for the lower page and is down for the sheet on top. And as I line up those two spaces, you'll see that the sticky side of the tape will stick to each other. Now I'm going to line up the sheets and press down lightly right there on the spine, and they stick together. Now here's the next page. Each time I put the sheets together, I put them just slightly closer. This one's not quite as wide apart as the others, but again I use a clear tape. Now you can see I'm going to line it up with the sheets I already have, building up the pages. Again, I've got a sticky tape there exposed, so they hold together by that little bit of tape. I'm going to continue now taping the next pages together, and each time bringing the sheets of paper closer together. Here I'm lining them up and pressing down the tape through that space, and it sticks to the page underneath. That holds it in place for the time being. Here are the next pages. And you can get pretty fast at this, especially if you can pull off a length of tape which is exactly 13 inches long. And I've gotten pretty good at that. I usually get it within a quarter inch on either end. It's not critical that you come exactly to the end, but it's good to have it close. That's a point of low stress, that fold there. And here you can see I'm on the last two pages, the center two pages of my signature, and the sheets of paper are very close together. You see there's just a very small space between the two sheets. And now I'm going to use the paper tape again because this is the center fold. So I have paper tape on the outer fold and the inner fold. And you'll see that in a minute. And snip it again cleanly against the edge of the sheets. Now I'm going to line up all my pages that are in my signature. And you can see it's already coming together to make a nice looking part. Now I'm going to staple just to ensure that those pages don't fly out. A lot of them are already stuck together, you remember, by the tape. And there you go. There is the tape. You can see on the outer spine there the white paper tape with the staples. And now in the center fold you see also the white paper tape and the staples on the inside. That will securely hold this book together. You can hardly see the clear tape that I used on the middle pages. This makes a really good part, and it will last a long time. Very durable. Now I'm going to take the other parts that I prepared earlier, and I'm going to number them. Now each part is numbered, as you can see. and these parts are now ready to be used. I hope that was informative to you librarians and anybody else who is interested in this sort of thing. Thanks for watching. This is Stiv to Slava.